ask me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life.
We got episode 332, a Coach Class podcast. Continue rating, and subscribing. You got your boy Mike.
Yes, indeed. You got your boy Rich here, man. Again, hit them likes, man.
Yes, got Zay in the bag. Like and tell people, man. Share that thing.
Share it, bro.
Yeah,
we need
share
that.
it, bro. Share it. Get us into the ethos, man. And without further ado, we got to get into that fourth episode of Daredevil.
Got to. Incredible cinema, man.
Incredible cinema.
This episode did slow down a little bit on the action tip, though.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. Even Dad hit me up. He was like, I got to watch it again, yo. I had to stop. It was a little slower than I anticipated. I was like, I get that, but it's some good dialogue. Dad
I like
didn't
the dialogue,
remember.
yo.
The scene, I think my favorite scene from this episode has to be my man Punisher and them dialogue back and forth, yo.
Zay, the fire argument. You try to walk around prancing around like you don't know who you are.
Big Red? Yo, he always called him
You
Red.
just like me.
He hate Red, yo.
My man
Red,
plays the same person every movie and it's captivating, bro.
because he know ultimately Punisher is right, yo. It's some people that ain't supposed to be saved, fam.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta kill these people. Like, you send them to jail, they get out every time. Why we gonna keep doing this? We gonna keep doing the rigmarole like this? I don't like that.
An interesting thing too, I just thought about with the dad piece. Yo, he's not as vested as we are because he didn't watch those first seasons of Daredevil and Punisher.
He
It's
has to
so
watch
important,
those.
bro.
Those are
Because you will
paramount.
understand how cold the Punisher is. Honestly, that's the best Netflix series, bro, from that MCU.
Street level.
Yeah, that street level
Marvel.
MCU. Yeah,
that
Marvel.
street level Marvel
Yo.
kind of world.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best ones to me, I think. But again, I just like how they progress in the story along. You get to see, of course, the potential boss at the end of this, or the main antagonizer prior of this series. What's his name? I'm flaking on his name right now.
The Muse.
The Muse,
Okay.
aka Vincent Van Gore, I think is what they call him. Again, salute to my guys over there at Heavy Spoilers. You know, I done got the science on my guy already. I already know how he about to be.
Shout out, bro.
He about to be crazy. So I can't wait to see how they're going to adapt them into the series. How many episodes is it?
It's the 4th episode.
No, I'm saying
now.
total.
I don't know total.
I wonder if it's 8.
I gotta scroll through.
About
and check.
halfway
It's probably
through,
about
man.
8 to 10. Usually that's the way they
around
go
that
with
range.
it. But I think this is a sidebar. The guy that plays Frank Castle is my favorite Marvel cast. Period.
John Barenthal.
Bro, he's the perfect guy to play the Punisher, bro.
He's probably the best portrayal of a character, like, in a long time. As how I envision him to be in real person. Like,
Yeah,
I remember
just dark,
Punisher
bro.
through the comics.
Yeah.
Yo. He was dark.
You remember when Punisher was having PTSD flashbacks in the series and he had to hype himself up? It was Renee.
Yeah, he was insane.
Just bust through a wall and start smoking everybody. I'm like, bro, it's really like that, yo.
Came down there, yo. Punisher was about to kill Red, and then he recognized who it was. So he just don't like how fake Red is. Yo. That's what it is. He just don't like how fake
because he tried to play the attorney role like, yo, you a vigilante
you
like
see
me,
the
bro.
greatness in everybody. Like, no, fam, we vigilantes.
Yeah,
We get things done that the police can't get done. That's what we do.
And it's like we got to take them out, bro, because they're gonna harm people if we don't, bro.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say is Wilson Fisk is the nastiest hater of all time. So in the show, what's the show? Echo. Mm-hmm. He got shot in the head, right, Zay? So apparently he was away from his wife for some time. And she didn't know where he went, what happened to him, none of that. And long story long, she started talking to another dude. And now you find out at the end of the episode, Kingpin has him locked in a cell in the basement, yo. He's on some like super nefarious eating a steak dinner.
In front of him,
locked in a cage. You're like, let me out.
Nasty, yo.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's nasty work, yo.
Wilson Fisk got deeply rooted psychological issues, though. Yo. It's something completely
Imagine
wrong with him,
dating
man.
a chick, though, and her ex is Wilson Fisk, yo, and he comes back, and he's a crash out, yo.
And you ain't know.
That's
but
not
you
safe.
ain't know,
You
fam.
shouldn't have dealt, yo.
I'd have been out. That's why you do gotta know who the ex is. You
Yeah,
just at least
yo,
gotta know
'cause
the
some
name
people
in
be
person,
crazy, yo.
so I know who I'm dealing
Yeah,
with.
he'd be a super villain, bro.
I don't really care about him. I just need to know who he is.
Yeah, have you locked in a cell under a museum
if I hear that he's the Wilson Fisk, aka Kingpin, I might stir away.
I don't want no trouble.
I might get up off that.
And she knew he was a civilian. It's like, yo, this dude is an artist or something, yo. Honestly, like, why would you do that to him, yo?
It's disrespectful, yo. If that's who you was with. Come on,
Wilson Fisk, you gotta announce that. Like, you can't hit me with the Wilson Fisk is your ex when they see he there in front of me, yo. Like, what you saying? I can't do nothing.
The most dangerous crash out possible, yo.
He's just insane psychopath, man. I don't want that man on me.
He gonna kill that dude, yo.
Absolutely.
He gonna kill that dude, yo. That's crazy, yo. That's nasty work, though. Like, yo, and then they was in a therapy session, yo, and he trying to act like he chills, but, yo, he really got, yo, locked in the basement.
Yeah.
But Shorty might know, because she's a villain, too, yo.
Well, she was running the organization while he was gone. That's why she mad.
Yeah.
She mad because she taking the back seat right now. She just the wife of the mayor. She don't like that. She trying to get back out there and control the streets, because the streets is going crazy right now. All that violence and stuff is happening because Kingpin not over there enforcing.
Yeah, he had everything in compliance.
He kind of had everybody under a rule. So now that he's not, stuff is lighting up, and they trying to figure out how to get around that without going the path that he went before, because everything has to be legit or he might lose his mayoral seat or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, good series. I'm enjoying it.
Excellent series.
Just happy to have them back.
Yeah. And I forgot, I should have brought this up at the top of the episode, but we got to say R.I.P. George Foreman, man. Y'all know we love boxing. We got the boxing break.
I got that down here too.
Sad, man.
Big
Super
George,
sad.
Legend.
Bro.
Legend in the boxing game, bro.
Yeah.
And
The
just
slow,
as a
heavy
human.
punches just beating people up.
George Foreman grill.
Yo.
Salute to whoever put that tweet out. Somebody said the George Foreman grill walks so the air fryer could fly.
Yo.
That's legendary.
The
That's
George
legendary.
Foreman grill was a staple of every household for a long time, man.
Folks put everything in
Had
it.
that greasy little bucket at the bottom of it, yo, to catch the grease off
The
that
chicken
bad
breast
boy.
was phenomenal off of there, dog.
George
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie though, yo. I think I've talked about this before. Some of that grease, depending on what's like,
You
it was
need
a turkey,
it.
but I needed just a little bit of that.
Yeah,
grease.
You got a little
need it,
dried
yeah.
out on that grill, yo. A little dried out.
The chicken breast, you gotta have water
But
on
I'm
the
not
side
gonna
of
slander
it.
the Foreman
Something
grill
to
because it
dip it
came
in.
through in the
Yeah,
clutch.
pair it with water and dip. Yo, you need it if you George Foreman, especially if you cook it too long, yo.
He was
Yeah,
innovating though. That boy was innovating. My man was on the cooking channels and everything with the George Foreman grill, yo. Legend.
Like literally, like the definition of what you're supposed to be for the face for a brand, yo.
Yeah.
He killed it, yo. Like I was like, when we was young, I thought he made the grill.
Damn sure did.
Yeah.
Thought he invented it. His name was just slapped on that
slapped
bad
on
boy.
that
I didn't
shit.
know. I didn't have no idea. What they call that? White labeling, I think it is. But
Yo,
Excellent fighter, yo.
great fighter.
One of the
Historic.
things he always gets, it came back in his 40s.
yeah, historic fighter, bro.
Spinks,
That's
not
crazy.
Spinks. I can't think of his name right now. Gosh, Steve, I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, knocked him out. It's the southpaw, the little 1-2. It didn't even look. He had so much power. It didn't even look
It
crazy.
looked like he was just not
Damn, who
even
was it
fighting.
that-
and it was
hard.
late in the fight.
I forgot who he beat.
Michael,
But I know
oh
who
my
you're talking about.
gosh. But anyway, one of the most underrated things I always felt like was his chin, man.
Yeah, bro.
Like Muhammad Ali tired him out and knocked him out. But if you just look out his entire career, even as he was older, man, he was taking shots at times.
Heavy shots.
I
bro.
always say if you ever watch, like, anybody who's a boxing fan, possibly seen it, and if they haven't seen it, definitely watch it. Holyfield versus George Foreman. And Holyfield got the win. One of the great stories is Holyfield talked about how he's like, that was like the hardest he ever got punched. He said when he hit him with the straight joint, he after when he walked to the corner, he thought he knocked his teeth out.
Damn.
Like he felt like that, like he was asking, "Yo, are my teeth good?" So
Yo,
that's old Foreman, yo. That power would be hard to leave.
That old man
But
strength.
Yeah.
the main thing I say from that fight is like, I always say Holyfield threw everything, including the kitchen sink at him, yo. Like he literally was jumping into leaping off the ground and hitting him with shots.
And he was
granted,
young and
Holyfield was
strong.
coming from light heavy and just gotten a heavy not too long before that. But still, like, bro, the shots he was taking, a grown man hitting you with them at over 200 pounds, yo, you're gonna at least be shaky and bakey. Nah,
It's gonna hurt,
Foreman
bro.
just kept coming in with that little mummy defense, arms crossed across the chest and face. It just kept walking
Yo, the
through,
mummy
man.
defense is nuts, bro.
Walk 'em
If
down.
if somebody walk up on you
Walk
like
'em
that,
down.
yo, walk
Wow,
away.
haymakers.
Walk away, yo. That's
What's
a
my
dangerous stance, bro.
From the Creed joint, yo. That's what he was using.
Oh,
yo.
my man Diamond
Diamond
Dane
Dane.
stole the George Foreman.
Definitely used it.
Yo,
yo.
that movie Creed was hard, yo. They need to make that Creed 4, yo. We definitely need one, yo.
They're gonna make another one. He was already talking.
They could just run it back again, honestly, with him and Yo just having a feud again. Diamond Dame is a great character.
He said he gonna Michael Moore. That's his name. I knew his name was Michael. Golly, but yeah, he said he was willing to work with him and get him on Creed 4. So that's a whole nother it's a whole nother joint. But salute to the great George Foreman, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Excellent. Rest in peace, man.
Down goes Frazier. Down go like he literally punched Joe Frazier, and rest in peace to Joe, another great.
Yeah, rest in peace, Joe Frazier.
He hit him with an uppercut and lifted him off the ground.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yo, George Foreman was different.
Yeah, he was way strong, bro. But he was just a country boy,
That's
bro.
what I was about to say, that dumb country strength.
Yeah, yo was lifting hay bales since he was 6, bro, and just came out there.
And he was kind of, if you know his story, he was kind of gooned out, a little bit. He had boxing saved his life, Like
that's typically how
that's a tough sport. I feel like most people, you gotta be somewhat of a warrior to just do that anyway. Just be like, yo, I want to go fight.
He had that guilty conscience. Like, no, I'm not gonna say the other guy's name, but he became a pastor after and everything. You know how they get.
You turn over the new leaf, yo. You trying to save
it all, baby.
You trying to save the youth from going down the path you was on, yo, because you see them. I see that.
I don't know if he was Sonny Liston levels gangster, but he was, he was out there moving and shaking.
Sonny was moving, yo. Sonny was wild. I don't even want to say nothing because something might come back up. I don't even really want no smoke with the Sonny Liston talk.
Yeah. Yo, and we've been talking about how legendary he is pretty frequently now, but it's been coming up because he's been producing for a lot of our favorite artists. Yo, The Alchemist might have the craziest run this year of like any producer.
Did that shit come out?
No, it didn't come out yet.
Oh, I was about to say.
But he already got the
right
Larry
now.
June and 2 Chainz joint, which is hard.
Yeah.
If he drop a fire Erykah Badu album and another album that's fire this year, it's over. And he stays in his stew with nice people.
Erykah Badu, that's her first album in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Bro, if he could get the
crazy.
Erykah Badu, then the full Alchemist produced Griselda joint where they come back together and have all 3 of them. You got Westside Gunn, Benny, and Conway.
Nah, that would be crazy.
Yeah, give us like a 6 to 8 song joint. You feel me?
What is
like
the Hip Hop Awards? He would definitely win producer of the year.
Yeah. Or he could do a fully produced Stove God joint, like, cause like
Stove God need
kept
one,
Stove
man.
God like creeping
Stove
into
God
like
need
my
one,
favorite
man.
artist, bro. Like, and even well, he didn't produce that, but even that Stabbed and Shot Deluxe, that one joint, yo, with that sample, that
What's the name of that song?
I think Money or something like
that song is so hard, bro. I love 38 Special on there.
38
This is how you come and catch the beat. 38 Special stuff.
38 Special be shaking off, yo.
That's my guy.
He be shaking
I'm so late
off,
to 30. I'm not keeping it a beat
it's
with
called
y'all.
Power. It's called Power, too.
That's what I gotta find.
That might be the hardest beat of this year
I love
already,
that song
yo.
so much.
That
man.
might be the hardest beat of this year already, yo.
That song is dope, bro. And then
So fire, yo.
y'all been seeing this. It's since we in the music vein a little bit. Will Smith been rapping a lot lately.
I don't know, yo. He's having a midlife crisis.
Have y'all seen it? And it's I don't want to be that guy, but I hate it. like, yo, like when he was rapping, it feel like somebody that can't rap.
Yeah.
You know how they be, going in, we doing it, and we do what we need to do.
Yeah,
like that kind of. I don't want to hate.
Well, you
That's
know
rap,
the issue with it is his flow never changed.
But the nasty thing about
it was a freestyle joint he had like last year that was all right.
For real, I got.
No, he had one that was all right.
Because he need to get Big Daddy Kane on one of them to go right for him again and get on that summertime flow or something. I want to hear that again. Come back with the summertime flow. That's somebody right there.
Yo, Will's able to get a hit, yo.
Will got so much money though. Like, yo, don't stop rapping, yo.
Nah, I mean you can keep rapping. Just don't rap like that.
But I feel like it's taking the space away because like Quiet as Kept. His son is a great artist, yo. Like that, I forget what the album was called. Sire
was hard.
That album was amazing.
His son doing his thing, yo. Yeah. Will can rap. He just got to stop rapping like that. You know, like that old school. Like it's something about it, yo. It just feels.
I don't even want
my man hit you with the getting jiggly with it.
It's dated, yo.
I don't need him to get necessarily a ghostwriter. Rap what you want to rap, but he needs somebody in the studio helping to curate the flow.
Say it like
get
this,
a younger
bro.
dude in there.
Deliver it like this.
Yo,
then you can start figuring out how to deliver things.
Get some aid in there.
Because it really do sound like the hip hop, the hip, and then no
it ain't gradual.
disrespect to that. it's just not what I want to hear now, and I don't think the masses want to hear. I don't know. I don't rap.
I'm gonna find the one joint though.
But I want to hear that. I want to hear that freestyle, yo, because I haven't heard anything
That's
of him
hilarious.
rapping recently that I've liked at all.
The Fire Will Smith freestyle is nuts, bro.
And I looked at
That's
the tour
crazy.
dates. It ain't an American stop on that tour date at all. He's going overseas with it. He's going on tour.
Oh, he's smart.
He's got a headline tour
Nah, he's smart.
nowhere in the States.
Nah, that's smart. That's smart.
It's like, yeah.
He's gonna make way more money over there.
You have to.
Yeah.
He has to, because I don't know if people was. I ain't
They
gonna
got an
say.
appreciation
And-
for like our cultural stuff and entertainment because
Absolutely.
one,
And they know Will Smith.
he's international.
They're gonna know Will Smith.
And they don't like we get used to stuff. That's why like we talked about it slightly. I won't get into it, but like WWE crowds here, certain spots is more lit than others, but it's really dope. When they overseas, it's berserk.
Yeah, I get it.
Sound like a soccer game.
Because they don't get it a lot.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's
And that's why
different
a lot
level
of
energy.
the older artists go tour
Yeah,
overseas.
they be
Like
selling
it'd be
out.
All of
it'd be
them.
dudes you would never
It
think
makes
still
sense.
making money.
Again, I'm probably just sounding like a hater. I just personally don't like hearing those raps. But again, if he gonna get the bag overseas, get the bag
Yeah,
overseas.
go get
I'm
your
not
chicken,
mad.
bro.
I'm not
And
mad.
yo, this is a segment I was thinking about us doing because we on a regular pod. I like that we touch bases on music because like we low key music heads, all of us
Yeah,
in
we
our
haven't
own
done it
way.
in a while either.
What I want to start doing is like a hidden gem each week of like an old track or it's something that's just slept on. So this joint with Devin the Dude, yo, what a job, yo. And he got the Snoop Dogg and Andre 3000 feature on the song together. All three of them. It's so amazing,
I love
bro.
that song.
It's so amazing, yo. Oh my goodness. Andre 3000's verse on there. And they let him go last, yo. They let 3 stacks. It was Devin the Dude, Snoop, then 3 stacks. And the hook is so hard.
Fire.
Oh, what a job this is. Another one. I'm like, yo, he's fire, bro. And I think we should touch bases on it because we had technical difficulties before. But let's get on to that finale of
We have to,
Invincible, bro.
because this was some incredible just content for us.
Too fire.
We
bro.
got to see the great Conquest come into the building, aka
Yo.
my man Jeffrey Dean
the
Morgan. yo.
angriest Jeffrey Dean has ever been, yo.
And the thing that I like most, and I'm happy we touching back on this again because I forgot to say this before, is that the last episode led off with them charging at each other like they was about to fight.
Yeah.
They wasted no time in that next
Bro,
episode.
smoke
It was right to the smoke.
immediately.
Immediate smoke.
Smoke
And it was,
immediately.
I think they really thought he was old.
Yeah.
Like they really thought he was just too old, but they didn't realize Viltrumite
strong as
old
you get older,
is
yeah.
different. You know, like
Yeah.
you don't want to see an old Viltrumite.
And they said, I can't remember whether it was Heavy Spoilers or one of them. They was touching bases on the fact that they think because they age at a slower pace, Viltrumite. So with him looking that old, they think he like one of the originals almost like
OG
that. So
joints.
it's like so
He done been
fire.
through too much.
The scar on the face was fire. Like you said again, the dialogue, bro.
I think the thing that they do well on that show is again depicting how those battles can really affect the public.
Yeah.
So you get to see
Zay,
the public get
it's nasty. You
destroyed
know
in
how like
this.
on Justice League stuff, it'll be like Superman will go into a building and it just seem like it's an empty
Yeah, nobody in the building.
skyscraper.
Yeah,
No,
nobody
this one,
living there.
he punch him through a skyscraper. It'll be a dude just mangled up under the
You'll
roughage.
see bodies come flying out the building. It's like, oh my
Yo,
goodness.
he
And
had
then
this
you
one joint where he
forget.
was flying them around, just killing folks
Yes.
with him.
That's like Power Rangers though, real quick. Like when they get into the joints and they fighting them when they large.
Yeah,
it's like yo, they
bro,
destroying
y'all
the
killing
city,
the
bro.
whole city.
Nobody
Everybody's
died.
dead. Nobody would like the
15,000
Power
people.
Rangers, yo.
Like we
Whole
never talking
city
about
just
that.
died,
Nobody
man.
would like the Power
What
Rangers.
happened to them people?
Yeah,
in there?
Frank Castle
Hell.
definitely would clap the Power Rangers, yo.
Man,
like they
bro.
causing more harm than help, bro.
That's why you gotta watch like Godzilla's because they be more realistic. Yo.
Yeah.
Like, yo, when he
You
doing
get
the
a
atomic
real
blast
feel.
or
Yeah.
come through, they really killing people, yo. Like
Yeah.
even when they try to evacuate, they still be slaying people, yo. So I like the realism in what y'all saying.
Damn,
yo.
that's
It's
a
like,
that's
And
a
that's what it is because
Yeah.
they don't spare nothing
No
either,
cut
man.
cards,
It's
bro.
kids and everything
yeah,
dying.
no
and it's
cut cards, bro.
unfortunately, that's how
it's
it
like,
go.
yo, this
No
is
cut
real.
cards.
destruction, yo.
I like that.
No, it's amazing. And again, we got to touch on the dialogue with what's his name again?
Conquest.
Negan.
Oh,
yo,
yeah,
when he was
Jeffrey
just
Dean
when he
Morgan.
was talking about how lonely he was, bro, because everybody was scared of him, yo.
He doesn't have a name. He just has a purpose.
Yeah.
My man name is Conquest.
Yeah.
That's just what he does. He don't got no first, last name, nothing, bro. Like, he's conquest. I'm going over there to just, when he comes to a society, a civilization,
Yo, I'm here.
there's
to
no
take over,
diplomacy.
yo. Yeah.
I come here, I want to fight, and
Yo,
I want to
the
kill
conquer,
everything.
Yo, a
and
side
take over.
you got one. He like the Terminator. Yo, just got a
Just
mission.
one mission.
Yo,
That's it.
and again, we got like the head, but the death
You know
is the
what scene
craziest
really
ending,
got me?
bro.
Before you get to the head, but a death pause.
Yeah.
The scene when he's fighting him, and I think that Mark thinks he's getting the best of him, so he got him up there and they in space.
Oh yeah.
And my man just blow a bubble out, a
the
little
heart
blood bubble, and
blood.
make a little heart shape out of it because
the
he just
heart
was so
bubble,
happy
yo.
by the fact that he chose to fight him.
He wanted to scrap,
and
yo.
then he charged straight
finally.
at him. That was right
Yeah.
before he took him and drove him through a whole beach full of people.
Yeah.
Yo, he was
Snap
wildin'.
my man invincible both his arms, his legs. My man had to come
So
over
that's
there
when we
and
get to
on
that
some
final scene. And
headbutt.
again, salute to Adam Eve before that scene for even getting her like abilities unlocked at that point to get him a little
Yeah,
kind of
super
defeated.
duper strong.
Because if he wasn't, he would have killed Mark right there. He would
Yeah.
probably rip Mark's head off. You seen what he did to Oliver? I don't know what Oliver
Yeah.
was thinking. Oliver too
Yo,
naive.
Zay, I forgot to tell you. So Invincible little brother, he put him over his head and was about to rip him limb from limb, like on like some old
On some Goros.
He said, "Don't you feel your
Mortal
tendons
Kombat. He was
stretching?"
about to end that, man. He started tearing up. He was so happy doing it.
Yo, he was
That's
happy
how
to
sick
kill,
Conquest
bro.
was. He was a sick
happy to
man, yo.
kill.
I forgot about all
Bro,
this
why
on the
does
first
he
go
want to
through.
kill, yo?
Yo, he was crazy, man. He's Conquest. That's all he's
so
ever done.
lonely.
He just destroys civilizations, yo. That's multi-millions of people that he's coming to destroy a lot of times when he
Yeah,
comes
he
to
wants
these
to kill,
worlds.
yo.
So-
And shout out Battle Beast, man, for just taking a nap in space
the
after
ending
defeating
scene,
the Viltrumite in space.
incredible post-credit scene, whatever you want to call it, man. We
Yeah.
get so many different realms of where y'all could go with this. You should make a movie or something. I want to see a movie.
I feel like
and-
that has to come.
and
I
that's
need a
the- and
movie.
that's
They
the-
had one with Adam Eve. That's a movie. The
That's
Adam
hard.
Eve joint.
That
That's
joint
good.
is hard. Yeah, that
make
joint
the
is
Monk
hard.
move. Make that joint. 2-hour movie. Yo. I need that.
Know what I like about what they do with Invincible? I like the fact that even the lesser characters, everybody has an important episode where they
Yeah.
get to be the hero. Because like the space aliens and stuff like that. That's who the old squad were Rexplode and all them gonna be fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the Viltrumites.
Rest in peace, Rexplode, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
R.I.P.
mean?
Rexplode.
Took
man.
himself out, taking out one of the marks.
Yeah, man.
You know, so like salute to Rexplode for doing his thing and try to save the world. He only took out one mark though.
Yeah, yeah.
Great series, man. Y'all
Excellent
killing it.
series.
2026 is too long. Please don't keep us
bro,
waiting.
these long
Please
lapses.
don't keep
At least
us
give
waiting,
us like
bro.
another like Adam Eve movie or something.
That's
or,
what I'm saying. I need a movie, bro.
yeah,
I need a movie,
something,
fam.
yo.
I need
Something,
something in the
yo.
middle, bro. Pause.
Yo, this is a super sidebar, but on Twitter they had, how they have like the mumps and it'd be like that's the rap artist you are. They had Invincible characters, yo. Mine's was what's the
You immortal though. Immortal
wanna
can
be the
fight.
immortal, yo.
Mine was duplicity, yo. The woman that can turn into a bunch of different versions of herself, yo. I was like, this is
Damn.
trash.
I thought you had that. I thought you had the female Viltrumite that
Hell
chopped
no,
the joint.
man. I was tight. Whoever made that,
Yeah, yo.
You clearly don't like
that's not
Geminis and
fair. You don't
Capricorns, yo. It's something that
Capricorns,
you
yo.
don't
Why
like.
I gotta be yo.
that was disrespectful to
Yeah.
June, yo. I didn't even like the fact that you put
Yeah.
her on June like that. You should
Yo.
have definitely had one of the wild ones at least. Give me. I would have took an enemy before Angstrom Levy or something like that. Make me that or something, yo.
Yo,
Make
Angstrom
me
Levy
that.
low key that guy, bro.
Yeah. Angstrom gonna get a little messed up though. He dialed in with the technicians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he gonna be a little roughed up for a second.
So what about the dude that looks like Hellboy? Remember that like detective
I don't
devil
understand
that
that
they
one. That's
put
the
in
only
there?
one
And
I
I'm
don't
like, I
understand
don't know
what's happening.
Have you spoilers? Y'all need to give us some dialogue.
Even
on that.
they didn't really know. They was trying to guess. They said they couldn't find. They scoured the I looked it up. I was trying to figure out what that even meant. I don't know.
Okay, yeah,
I have
'cause I
no
was like,
idea.
I don't know what's
so
going
that's
on
that
here.
might be a new way they taking us next season or something. Who knows? I'm excited for it. I'm excited for whatever happens with it though, man.
No, definitely. Too good of an animated series. Honestly, we spoiled with content, yo. Cause, well, we gonna obviously. Nah, I ain't even gonna bring that
But
up.
I would say I don't know if it's that. I think it's just that we had that lapse. So we starting to get, in 2020, it was like 2020 till about 2022-ish. It was a dark time.
Oh yeah, when they
content.
were just putting movies out on Netflix.
We didn't know what was going on. Yo. It was
services.
It was getting bad,
HBO
man.
Max
They
had
was
all the
postponing
movies.
stuff. They was canceling stuff. It was bull crap coming out. It was a lot of stuff coming out that we didn't really want to see.
I think the worst movie of that time frame was when they dropped that Wonder Woman 2
The 1980
so bad, yo.
Yeah,
Such a bad movie.
Did what's that movie with
The Matrix came out around that time.
Such a
That
bad
fourth Matrix.
movie.
What's the
Another
horrendous?
bad movie.
Black Adam? That's
Black
the Rock.
Adam.
Such a bad movie.
I like Black Adam.
I was
Bad,
so
bro.
it's funny.
I like it a
I keep
little
saying
bit.
I haven't seen it. Like
7
before.
out of 10 or something. Like I give that.
It
I'm
was
not
like
mad at it.
it was towards the end, right? And I guess it was the final fight scene and everything. And I ain't gonna lie, yo, it was on my screen. And I was like, this looks bad. It's like,
I was watching that
CGI
thing
looked
like,
horrible.
It was too much going
Oh
on.
my gosh, the CGI
The
was
thing they
horrible,
do
yo.
bad with those movies a lot of time is they lead up
And the
too much
Superman
to this
popped out.
final boss, and then they
Yeah.
kill the boss kind of easily.
That's
It's like,
DC's
or they
main
get rid of
problem.
him way too easily.
That's
Like,
DC's main problem in that
That's the
grandiose
devil.
universe.
Essentially. That guy was the devil. Like, how
And
did
you know,
stop
quiet
him?
as kept. That was supposed to be the movie to save that
Yeah, it was.
Snyderverse.
Yeah, no.
Didn't do it.
They said, yo, The Rock,
Failed
please,
attempt.
I would
please,
say the
Rock.
only thing that
They had
had
to
us
summon the Rock, give him like 70 million.
the only thing that had us hype at the end was the fact that you see Superman and Black Adam
that's what I
face
got
off.
to, yeah.
And it was like, oh shit. It's like, when is this happening? I want to see
Never.
that fight.
Never.
And it's never happened.
Never.
We got killed. It was Henry
Never.
Cavill and The Rock. Come on, man. Scrapping? I would
that
have been
would
going
be-
crazy.
It's done now,
would've
sir.
Yeah, that's
You can't even afford that joint, yo. That movie would be just them two in it.
Yeah, it would only be them two in space flying around, yo. That's it, yo.
They might
can
as
only
well, yo.
afford a green screen, yo, and them
solo
two. That's
film.
it, yo.
Black Adam
just
versus
fight the whole
Superman.
movie.
And just let them fight.
You know
man.
they do the solo films for DC, so they might as well. That they have nothing to do with storylines. They're not canon at all. You might as well, yo.
Why not?
You get a bag off
Like
that. I'll watch
like, like Hobbs and
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw. That movie is cheap.
That had
That's all
Tyrese
you got.
tight.
That movie is
Black
cheap.
Tie was tight when that movie came out. Seething.
Tyrese, you was being a hater.
Yo, that was hate, yo.
He was-
It was
yo,
nasty.
You know good and well you're not as big as an actor as them two, yo.
The Rock, all he had to do was
Come on, yo, you gotta chill, yo. That's like if I start acting, yo. I'm not going to try flex on Denzel Washington.
No, he was
yo.
saying he was
I'm not going to try to act like Leonardo.
No, he was
not the
basically
main
saying
guy.
he was messing his money up.
He
Yo.
messed
That's
up
what
the
made
family,
it nasty,
yo. He messed up the family.
If I was The
Black
Rock,
Tie thought it was really a family.
if I was The Rock, I would have hit him with the classic lottery ticket line. I'd be like, I'm broke. No, Tyrese said that I can't eat. That's basically what he was saying,
Took him
yo.
to the
It's
top
like,
of the
yo.
community building
Yeah,
and
that's what
talked to
Tyrese
The Rock,
said.
yo.
Yeah, yo. And I'd be like,
Personally.
Bow Wow, like, yo,
And to be
they got to
fair-
do with me, yo.
Or put me in Hobbs and Shaw.
But to
put
be
me
fair,
in there.
but to be
That's what he was
fair-
asking for. That's what he wanted, yo. Let's keep it a beat.
To be fair, devil's advocate though, like yo, with the Fast and Furious, they have so many of those. That's like a semi-annual mega check for all of them actors.
is.
You feel
That's
me?
why
'Cause it's
Rock
like,
coming back.
Yo, we about to be in the movie. We about to be in the movie again.
When that last one come out? It's got to be coming out soon.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
They was talking about,
Oh, it's
really
a
that's
new
why
one coming
Vin Diesel probably
supposed to be the
settled
last
the
one.
beef because The Rock still got a lot of different. I'm not pocket watching Vin Diesel. I'm not saying I'm pretty sure he got investments and everything, but The Rock getting all types of money.
I'm saying-
Vin Diesel was
Too
like,
much
"Hey yo,
chicken.
that
If he
Fast and the
is-
Furious is real check, my
If
brother."
Vin Diesel he's doing it behind the scenes, and we don't see it like that because
Yeah.
we see the Rocks.
I know.
Yo, we see all of the Rocks movements,
My
bro.
man is
like,
a-
he is
my man
bad.
is on
Rock
the
doing
He
board.
got
everything.
football teams. He got
That was on the
whole
not the football teams, the league.
the whole league.
Yeah,
My
whole
bad, the
league,
UFL. He got a whole football league.
No,
People
buddy
forget
is
about
going
and
that.
he's
crazy.
on the board of WWE.
It's sick. It's sickening. It's sickening because yo, what he started as and what he became is so crazy. Like he's like low key like the biggest star of I know at least our childhood. You know, because I remember
definitely
movies
got
with
He like
Skinny
300
Rock.
million.
He got to be.
I remember movies.
Like he like soccer level popular on the
Yo,
on
He's
socials,
OD
yo.
now.
It's
He's
crazy.
reached
Yo,
super.
The Rock is the only man in an action film to successfully take down the mob with 2x4s, yo. What was that? The walking tall joint? Yo had mad 2x4s, yo, just slapping
We
folks.
was talking about that. When was we was
Jumping
just talking
through
about
walls.
that.
Yo,
Was that
just
with
slapping
Kamal?
folks with 2x4s.
I think that was with Kamal, yo. Salute your cousin,
that.
son.
And what was the other joint with yo from Dude, Where's My Car, yo? When they was like, I can't remember, yo.
I know what you're talking about.
It was
When they was
good,
over there
though.
in the
It did, man.
forest.
Yeah,
They was in the damn it.
That was Skinny Rock.
That was Running Scared. I
Yeah,
think.
I think. No,
that wasn't
Look up the
Running
Rock
Scared.
movies.
Damn.
Then he had a stretch where he was doing the same movies like Rampage and what was it? The Earthquake movie or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it was like another movie. It was all the
Rampage-
same. They all looked the same and felt
Rich.
different stories, but they
Rampage-
felt the same though.
Was terrible, yo.
It was so bad, yo.
So bad.
It was so
yo.
bad. I actually like the other Doomsday movie
so
though.
bad?
Yo, I think they just be like, yo, The Rock, yo, you gonna sell the tickets?
Yo,
anyway.
yeah.
The one with the
Exactly.
world.
Yeah, it
I
don't
know
matter.
what you're talking about with the way he was flying the helicopter.
Yeah,
and everything.
yo,
that was
I actually
solid.
like that
I
joint.
watched that one. That was solid. It wasn't a bad
Rampage,
movie. Rampage was trash. Man.
Jeez.
Gigantic white albino monkey. It was too much going on.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta rewatch Walking Tall now, yo, because he really stood strong, yo, against the whole squad with the 2x4s, yo.
I love
We
it.
gotta. Somebody has to tap in the comments and let us know how many people we hit with a 2x4 in that movie. I know somebody.
Oh
sat
no,
and
that wasn't
counted,
Running
yo.
Scared. Running Scared was the other joint that was that crazy violent.
What was the Garrick would know, yo? Shout out to homie Garrick, yo. We watched that movie with the dude from Dude Where's My Car like 47 times, yo.
That movie was.
Yeah, yo. What was that joint
It
called?
just takes
bro?
so long to go through his movies. His
I know, I was trying
filmography
to
is
too, yo, 'cause I'm
ridiculous.
trying-
This was like 2009 when
He
this
did
joint
like
came out.
at least 12 movies with Cat Williams. Skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
yeah.
was
Skyscraper
one.
and Rampage was like the same movie, yo.
San Andreas. I forgot about that joint. Pain and
Minus the
Gain.
monkeys, yo.
Yo had so many movies. Faster was good. Y'all remember that one? Bro, that's a good movie, yo. This is when he was also
San
in that
Andreas
stretch.
was the other one, yo.
That's what I was talking about.
Yes, but the ones that was similar-esque feel, but Skyscraper and Rampage, like if you just put it on in the middle,
Found it.
I confuse it, yo.
It's called The Rundown.
The Rundown.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Stifler, my bad.
And yo, you remember, yo,
Baywatch.
Scorpion King.
Scorpion King.
Bro, when he was Scorpion King, I had
Pain
the
and
action
Gain.
figure, yo.
Pain and Gain is solid. I didn't realize that was a
Fire,
real case
yo.
either. That threw me off.
Yo been in so many movies, yo.
Then he did the kids movie. Remember Game Plan when he was the football player?
Doom. Gridiron Gang.
That's why he one of the highest paid actors, bro. My man been out there doing too much.
The other guys was the craziest one though when he
Classic.
yeah.
Samuel
Bro
L.
died in the
Jackson.
first 45 seconds of the movie.
I forgot that
Legendary
movie.
scene.
Jungle Cruise came out, but I had no interest.
Yeah, I
in seeing
definitely
it,
didn't
yo.
see that.
I didn't even know he
They-
played
I
Hercules.
didn't even give that a shot.
They said Red One wasn't like a big time box office success, but like
I high-key
streaming
wanna
wise,
see
it's
it.
one of the highest stream movies.
I high key want to see it. Bro.
Y'all knew the Rock played Hercules?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I saw that. It wasn't that good.
Bad. Okay.
It's a very terrible movie. It's very, very bad.
Skyscraper. Yo.
Now the G.I. Joe movies are some of the worst movies in my opinion. But
Yeah.
That's a whole nother.
I forgot about the
I could go on a whole long
Horrible.
thing with that.
You see how they tried to tie that in with Transformers too?
It was bad.
They really tried to get the multiverse.
They try to finesse, yeah.
G.I. Joe and
And
Transformers.
the people said we don't
and
want
we was
it.
like, no, we good.
we don't want it.
That would have been dope, man. When I was a kid.
Yeah.
And the way y'all carried these series was terrible. It was really bad, man. Had my man. Like, you can't have my man Duke as fucking Channing Tatum, yo. I just didn't feel I didn't feel like the rough warrior ruggedness
yo.
from Channing
Marlon
Tatum
Wayans was
like
in
that.
one of them.
Marlon Wayans was in the first joint.
I ain't gonna lie, the Marlon Wayans one was all right, yo.
One of
That
them-
was the only one that was
I
okay.
felt like it was the Marlon Wayans.
I think I went
one
to go
of them
see
was-
that with Maurice.
No.
yo. Like that movie was the only one that was okay.
I think it's the Marlon Wayans one of them, but I think that was the one where I was literally. It's so funny you said that. I think that was the one where I was like, "Yo, this is one of the worst movies I've ever watched in my life."
That's
No,
the one
it's
where
the-
they had the
like, I
nano
was
mics,
struggling to
right?
get
No,
through it.
it's the newer one,
Like
yo.
really
when-
struggling, yo. It was. I think it was that one, but I could be wrong.
The one with
I gotta look at the. Just look at the.
I think it's the
poster
newest
again,
one.
but-
The one about the ninja. What's the ninja that everybody
bad.
like? So bad, yo. He's such a cool character. It's like, how did y'all fumble this one, yo?
The movies.
All they had to do is make. What was that movie that came out back in the day? The assassin movie with the ninjas,
Assassin's
yo.
Creed or something.
No,
like
it was the ninja movie where it was like mad gory, yo. It was like
All I know is them joints-
Ninja Assassin or
Oh,
something
Ninja
like
Assassin,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Them movies
that's
are one
all they
and
had to
done for
do
me.
is redo that.
I couldn't do it. It's one and done for me. Them Transformers is one. And
I seen them all.
Yeah.
I seen them all, and they all bad.
I was done after the
They all
second
get
one.
bad.
I didn't watch anything.
Aggressively.
It's a lot of bad movies that get a lot of sequels. So, you know.
Well, I mean, it's based on
The
their
box
legacy.
office success.
You
It's
know
a
what I
box
mean?
office success as well.
Yeah.
And,
then
yeah,
looking
just
at
getting the
G.I.
big- the
Joe
big stars, like you
was a
said.
thing. That was a whole thing when we was kids.
Yeah.
Really,
For sure.
when I That's when our
Yeah, I
parents
was
was
like-
kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the
Well,
toys.
our older cousins that's like in their 40s. Because I remember my cousin, shout out our cousin.
Yeah,
Craig.
I think it might have missed our era.
We used to
You're
go
right,
over there.
you're
And
right.
he would
Nah,
give
it
us
definitely
like
was
old
older than us,
action
'cause they
figures
had
from like the
yeah.
80s.
What were they talking about? The vice grip or whatever the joint? Like that was like that thing. I think that's the
How the hands was shaped though. Like
Yeah.
it's definitely that's an old school joint.
Remember they had to reimagine G.I. Joe? This is a total sidebar, but Dad got us a lot of action figures as kids, yo. And remember they was like mad swole, yo.
Yeah,
it was
it
like a
was in space or
cartoon,
something,
yeah.
like
I
in the
don't know
future
what
or
it
something
was,
like
yo.
that. That was interesting.
I feel like the 90s was just trying stuff, bro.
Yeah, they definitely were. For sure. Especially in the cartoon department. Them sharks and all. You
Street
remember
Sharks,
Street
yo, they
Sharks?
actually have that on YouTube. That show is horrible,
Yeah.
yo. Premise wise, it's like, what?
We had the toys though.
They just had to combat Ninja Turtles, yo. Like, yo, we gotta figure something out, yo.
we gonna create
They had the biker
Mutated
mice.
sharks. and
Yeah.
Mutated mice.
Yeah.
Yo.
G.I. Joe, America's Movable Fighting Man, 1964. I'm about to say that was my dad was a kid. Bro.
God damn.
I
G.I.
ain't know
Joe
that.
old, dog. Like real respect dad. I ain't mean to,
Yeah, no,
Joe, though,
you an
man.
OG, we appreciate you.
They definitely messed it up in the future though. They killed it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I only got
think
one
that-
more thing.
oh, yeah.
This is the last thing because we mentioned his name earlier, and we in this vein of like the comics and all of this. Y'all see something a lot going on because that magazine Dreams and everything. Y'all see Jonathan Majors just period recently talking. I guess he's been out moving and shaking. Got married to Megan Good apparently and all of that. But
Jealousy.
he was like if Marvel basically if Marvel came calling. He picked the phone up again. You feel me?
Yeah, but like, yo, quiet as kept. Like, yo, I think we was talking about it not on pod, but like, yo, he was the best thing that happened to the MCU because you remember it was taking a downward turn, yo. When,
Recently, yes.
It was like that. Like during the pandemic, that little Marvel stretch was horrible.
When they got greedy and they just felt like we could just put out a million things.
yeah, they knew.
And then we
was
just got to
gonna watch
slap,
it.
and they got lazy. We just gonna slap multiverse on it, so we don't have to really, really think about how this even makes sense. Which was kind of corny. It's like they literally was doing that to anything. All right, it don't make sense. Let's just say it's the multiverse.
Yeah.
Like that shit was corny. after a
Jonathan
while.
Majors, we need him back in movies.
But
yo.
he set,
I'm
he
sorry.
set everything back in line. That's why I was mad. I just was mad that they put the movie to his first joint was Ant-Man. I just was like, what?
But you
Yeah, that
got
was a little
the
disrespectful.
What?
thing
Like-
that makes him so great is you get The Rock mixed with Denzel Washington, like somebody that can really act, yo. Like the Five Bloods, yo. That scene when he got off the landmine, yo, and Delroy, yo. That should have won an Oscar, yo.
They need to make Pain
I
and
was
Gain
ready to
2.
cry, yo. The first
With
time I saw
Jonathan
that,
Majors.
Remake
yeah.
that joint. Remake all of the Rock movies with him.
Bro, if they put Jonathan
Nah, they
Majors
just
in
gotta put him in
Rampage,
with the Rock. Yeah.
with the Rock, yo. Like it's gonna be insane. son.
yeah, he gonna be The Rock's
His
nephew,
son.
yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
Now you gotta be a rival, yo. You gotta be a rival.
gotta be the rival, yo.
But yeah,
The
like
Rock gonna make him a rival for sure.
yeah.
well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, man, ain't no way.
and the Rock is gonna come out on top.
That was the bad. That was the
You're
bad
gonna
thing
lose
about
the battle, son. But
That was the bad thing about Black Adam, yo. I couldn't imagine The Rock as not a hero, yo. I'm like, he don't even play a good villain because it's like, yo,
he's usually the hero.
yeah, like yo,
WWE's the villain now again, but it's a whole nother joint.
The Rock in wrestling is different than anything else he does, like movie wise. But in wrestling, like yo, he could do whatever he want, yo. Like, cause he used to be wilding people back in the day. Like we
Well,
always
I think-
talk about his montages, bro.
In the Martin Scorsese hit him up. He's supposed to be playing like a
Yeah, I saw that.
mobster over in Hawaii.
That's what I want to
yo.
see. I want to see that.
Yeah, I think he's gonna body it. Yo.
I want to see how he does that.
I think
That's
he's
gonna
body
be
it.
interesting.
We've been watching
because it didn't
his-
sound like it's an action movie. Like
His
it's gonna
villain
be
joint
action.
recently. He been bodying in wrestling. Yo.
I would like to
I
see
think
that.
he
I like
gonna,
that.
I think he's gonna kill it. Yo.
And you gotta think, as an actor, that's probably the perfect thing to do because you just like it's almost like a play. You feel me? Like all the time. So it's like, yo,
And Scorsese might as well
Yeah.
get Jonathan Majors on the phone.
Scorsese, get him outside. bruh.
Once that pain, that what's that one that's coming out? The Magazine Dreams. Once
He
that
gonna
come
win
out,
the Oscar for
it's
that,
over.
yo.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be
Yeah,
back.
it all depends on the politics though, because you know they
He did have that
They
recent
pulled
clip
that
come
video
out.
up.
That was
He
a
spoke
nasty
on
clip.
it, and I should have watched how he spoke on it. That's my fault because I wasn't sure I was gonna. Bring
I didn't
it
hear
up,
the clip
but-
though. I didn't even.
Yeah,
listen to
but I just know he's been making his rounds in the Marvel joint. He been talking about, and I was just like, "Will Marvel call back? I don't know. Maybe I
They
don't
will.
know. I don't know.
They will, yo.
I was interested in the Kang Dynasty.
Need him.
Yo.
Yeah.
That would have
Get
been
him away
great.
from Ant-Man.
Even-
You
even-
can't have Marvel without you gotta have Kang in
Gotta
there,
have
right?
Kang.
And
And
he was the best. Like I don't think there's anybody else that could play that role like we had seen him playing it. That
Yeah.
role was going
The
to be
only
crazy.
other person I said at the time, and I stand by it, would have been Jonathan Boyega. I think he.
Yeah,
could-
he's a
Yeah,
great actor too.
I give him
I
that.
think he could.
I give
he's
him
a
that.
great actor too.
He just fits that mold of.
He looks like him too a little bit. He kind of got like a little bit of the
The
features.
UK version.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, and even with like, I hate to keep harping on the Jonathan Majors, but like, Loki is the best Marvel series, and it's heavily based on him.
Bro, they
Yo,
said-
Victor Timely was amazing, and that was all down. It wasn't no action.
The Marvel,
he was talking.
The whole Marvel cinema and the movies and everything was going to shift towards him because of Loki.
Yeah.
They say, yo, he's bodying this. Let's
Yeah.
go in this direction,
Yeah.
yo. That's when you know you killed something, yo.
Yeah.
Like the biggest cinematic universe of all time was like, yo, this is the direction we're going in because of this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
Legend.
things.
yeah.
You got to put him in Infinity Wars.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be
Tell me.
back.
He'll
He'll
gonna
be
pop
back,
up in something. Maybe in the Fantastic Four. No, he ain't gonna be that early. He ain't gonna be that early. Maybe the next Fantastic Four movie. He might be in something like that coming up.
Yeah, they got to ease him back, and they got to test the temperature too. Yo.
Yeah. They might bring him in how they brought my man Thanos in originally, where you just see like a little side view of his face or something. It's like, oh, he's back again?
For
my God.
For all of
The
6
ending
seconds.
credit scene, yeah.
Or
He
have
do the ending credit.
Victor Timely just one of those montages at the end where he just talking. Like, according to my calculations, we'll be at that
just
planet.
do a voice with a black
exactly.
screen.
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. There's
See how they
3,000 ways that this can pan out right now. I can tell. I'm like, yo, this dude is a great actor, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yep. And we always gotta say rest in peace to Big Reese, man. Appreciate y'all
Absolutely.
listening and watching.